So I think now more than ever, if you haven't already, I think it's important to enter some sort of self-improvement phase or era of your life. And, a lot of people will be like, oh, well, I go to the gym and, I run a lot, or I do MMA, or, those things are cool. Your physical capabilities are just part of a wider spectrum. There's a lot of things that you should be looking at to be a well-rounded, strong individual. And I'm not just talking about strength or, your physical strengths. Do you have a strong connection with the relationships that you have in your life? Do you have a strong connection with your faith, your relationship with God? Do you have a strong connection with your morals and where you stand in this world and the things that you stand up for and believe in? Do you have a strong connection with your mind? Are you having profound thoughts? Are you having time by yourself to, have breakthrough moments and think? Why do I say now is an important time? I've been preaching this shit for a long time, but I would say I feel extremely enlightened, and I feel like I have a decently big platform, and I think a lot of people go about their days just wasting them away. And like I said before, with self-improvement, there's no set goal in mind, but it's more of a lifestyle and a mindset. Like, sure, you could train for things, sure, you could study for things and, work on things, but there is no end goal with all this other than being, or other than trying to become. And that's it, trying to become. And in the process is the most important part. The journey is the most important part, and it's the habits that you pick up. It's the way that you completely shift your life and turn into a better person. But again, why do I say right now all of that is important? I think the world is in a very scary place to me, and I think it kind of woke me up. It's like, we live in very, very evil times. There's a lot of things that are holding you back. A lot of the pleasures that you have in your life, the bad foods that you consume, drinking every weekend, the type of content that you consume, the orange YouTube, relationships that you have that are toxic for you, your job might be toxic for you, your environment, the shit that's going on in, politics, and there's a lot of hurt in the world, there's a lot of evil, there's a lot of dark shit, and I think it's important that if you can become an unstoppable force, if you can become a strong individual, that you stand a way better chance against the evil that's in the world. The gym is one of them. All of you guys should know that. If you watch me, the gym is one thing that you should be doing, and if you didn't go to the gym today, go to the gym today. You don't even got to do what I do. I strength train, I bodybuild, all that. You don't got to do that stuff. You could be a runner, you could be a swimmer, you could be an MMA fighter, a boxer. Anything that sets your soul on fire and you think is very productive and is doing good for your body, go head on at it. Morality. Where do you stand in the battle between good and evil? Where's your moral compass? And I'll leave that up to you to decide, but there is a fine line between being a person that has strong morals and beliefs and being someone that is lost. And I don't want to call people evil, but having more of an evil mindset and a darker mindset. There's a lot of people that are lost. They might be lost with themselves, and the reason that they act and talk the way that they do is because of lack of faith, and they're hurt. And again, having that strong connection with God, or you don't have to go to church, but do you believe? Do you have faith? Are you aligning with the values that you set for yourself? And are you living for God, or are you living for yourself? And then intellectually, if you're not having time by yourself, if you're not giving yourself time to have breakthrough moments and formulate profound thoughts, to me, you're just like a babbling idiot going throughout the world, going about your day. I think it's important to expand on topics, educate yourself, have these conversations with yourself, expand your brain, pick apart literally anything. I talk about the most random stuff sometimes, but obviously in the realm of self-improvement and, emotional intelligence, all that kind of stuff. Take the time out of your day, sit with yourself, and have these conversations, have these thoughts, because that is some of the most powerful and most meaningful moments of your days by yourself, when you can have those breakthrough moments that you can't normally have when you're surrounded by a ton of people. And final one, which I don't know if I mentioned in the beginning, but having a strong relationship with your emotions and understanding them. I've talked about this before with emotional alchemy and, picking apart an emotion and being like, okay, this is that, but I'm going to turn it into this. So it's like, this is anger, but I'm going to turn it into energy. Or this is sadness, but I'm going to turn it into wisdom. Or this is happiness, and I'm going to turn it into... It's just picking apart these things and realizing that at face value, there's a deeper meaning to it. But what we're seeing at face value is what it is. It's like, oh, you're sad, but there is a deeper meaning to it. Oh, you're angry, but you're not going to channel that anger strictly for bad things, which is a lot of what we're seeing in the world right now. So again, the world is in a weird place. I think it's important that you start working on yourself. Enter some sort of self-improvement phase. Begin preparing yourself for the worst and the best.